This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Tyrod Taylor, the new quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, do battle with Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now it's Hyde on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up second down. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
An emerging threat in the passing game is David Njoku, who had a really nice rookie season in 2017 with 32 catches, 386 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And many also remember he was the 3rd first-round pick for Cleveland in the 2017 draft, following Myles Garrett, defensive end, and Jabril Peppers, defensive back.
Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Taylor able to find his big tight end Njoku for the Cleveland first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. We take a glance now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball for Pittsburgh. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who's becoming an elder statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
A big reason this team led the league in offense, their offensive line. Monster strength. 3 Pro Bowlers last year in Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. Kept their quarterbacks upright to throw it downfield and carved a lot of holes for their runners.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Flag 32. Flag 32.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Taylor now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
We got three,
This is Carlos Hyde, the former 49er, his first carry. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On the ground, this is Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. A solid pass breakup that time by Joe Hayden.
Good to see him out there on the field, moving around, playing well. Joe Hayden, if you talk to the NFL guys, when you list the best corners in the game, Joe Hayden's name always comes up for reasons we just saw, just like that.
Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Roethlisberger will throw. And it's brought in by Washington. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Last year's #1 overall pick comes off the edge for this defense. Slowed a bit by injuries as a rookie. Still had 7 sacks in 11 games and showed pass rush ability that makes teams take notice. Because not only can he rush off the edge, he can kick inside in their nickel or sub packages and rush over the guards and create a little bit of havoc for quarterbacks trying to see upfield.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with this.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They go play action here on first down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 23 yards on the play. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Set! Black 80!
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he's got this down to the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Set! Blue 30!
Now a first down carry by Bell. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. On the counter, here's Bell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Set. Black 20.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we come back. 10-zip our score. More from the Steel City coming up after this. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Set. Blue 30. Mike's 5-4.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Hyde. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That definitely sets up a much more difficult 3rd down.
Yeah, you figure 2nd and 2, one they thought they could pick up. Now you're facing 3rd and 4.
Yeah, got to give the front 7 a lot of credit for making that play. I'm just starting to wonder, partner, is 2nd and short also a throwing down in the NFL now?
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Taylor now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Taylor. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, and in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bully. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Roethlisberger now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Set. 180. Back again.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And there's our first glimpse of Antonio Brown in this game, and he's a guy that's a threat each and every time the ball heads in his direction. Coming off the 2nd year where he led the league in receiving yards in 2017.
Yeah, 1,533, just turned 30 back in July, and no signs of this man stopping. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Set. Black 20.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And now it's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Fells has it, left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
From the gun on third down, Taylor, he dumps it to Hyde. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Taylor now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. 319. 319.
Delay of game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
3 down. Ready. Flag 32.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the shotgun, it's Taylor, and he's got the hook up to Landry. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Ready. 319.
On third down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Set! Black 80! Black, what's that?
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Throw left side taken in by Washington. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Set! Blue 30!
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. In there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert! 3 down! Ready! 3-19.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Set. Wide 80.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Roethlisberger will hand the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Handoff comes to Hyde. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. They're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
1st down, a run with Hyde. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will put them on top here in the third. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
4 down. Set. Blue 30.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's Connor. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Look out for number 30. Look out for number 30. We got set.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Connor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, 4 down. Set.
And the blitz does come. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Here's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
Yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They run with Connor. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who
and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
We got 4.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now Taylor on first down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And it'll be fourth down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Brown. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And 5 yards on the play there. The drive will continue.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Black 20.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Set. Black 80.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Steelers on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field.
Delay of game.
Instead,
Offense.
they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So that one will be accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jarvis Landry and company heading back onto the field now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bud Dupree in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive. And they're in
indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
319.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
You got 4. Set. Like 80.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll try to run it. This is Conner pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But Let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. Gets it to Gordon. That one goes for 24 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Taylor now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. Again, it's Taylor. Space to run past the 20. That's Njoku over the middle. And down to the 19-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a score closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Set. 180.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Let's run. They're running. That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
4 down. 180.
Again, it's Connor. And he's got this down to the 35. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 30.
And they'll run it here. And fighting down inside the 25. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
Set. Blue 30.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Set. Black 20.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Roethlisberger will throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Steelers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.